Good morning, students. In this session, we are going to start gene library. Now, what is gene library? See, it is a complete set of foreign DNA. Okay, so DNA fragment is cloned in gene library and the copies of same is made. The required gene clone may be identified for further use, and these are formed by splitting of the whole DNA. Gene library may be genome library or cDNA, that is complementary DNA. In DNA library,
name library, it means it should be the collection, and gene obviously DNA. So in gene library, it is the collection of cloned DNA fragments. Clear? It is a collection of cloned DNA fragments. Okay. Now, collection of cloned DNA fragment, that is okay. But again, it may be of two types. First is genome DNA. Okay. Gene library may contain genome DNA or eDNA. Okay, so it will either have represent, or we can say it will represent genome DNA or eDNA. Now, if you are talking about genome DNA, it contains both. Okay, it contains both intron and extron. Okay, so it contains both introns and extrons, while eDNA, it only represents extrons. See, you can easily remember E stands for extron. So, and while here both intron and external. Now, how it is prepared? It is prepared from total DNA of the cell or tissue. Okay, so it is prepared by the total DNA of cell line or tissue. Now, what is the function of gene library? See, gene library, it helps in identifying the cloned DNA. Okay, gene library, it helps in identify clone containing, what is the purpose? That we should have the desired character in that particular organism. So it should contain desired gene. Okay, so gene library, it helps in identifying a clone which contain desired gene. Now, if we want more of this particular gene, what we should do? More of the clone is prepared. Okay, so by preparing more of the clone, we can get the collection or large amount of this desired gene. Now, let us discuss about cloning, how it is done, what are different tools, or we can say what are different steps which are included in this. There is very little bit difference what we have done in genetic engineering and what is here. And after that we are going to do DNA recombinant technology, and it is very important, and you should whenever you are doing DNA recombinant technology, you should do with the help of diagram. Once you remember the diagram, because on the basis of that diagram also many questions are asked in board exam. So just there's no need of mugging all the points. Simply if you will understand with the help of diagram, you will be able to score full marks in that particular topic.
In genomic library, complete collection of cloned DNA fragment is there. It contains entire genome of an organism. See, in this clone bank or gene bank is constructed. Now, in complementary DNA library, true copy of messenger RNA is there. The donor cell, from donor cell, DNA is collected, and after that fragmentation of DNA is done. That random DNA fragments is combined with the cloning vector of cDNA, and after that recombinant DNA is introduced in the host cell. The host cell containing recombinant DNA is after that undergo the screening process, and thus the clone of G library is constructed. Now the DNA library, it is the collection of clones of human DNA. Each colony has enough information about genes, especially genes of extinct organisms. Bacterial colonies contain single species, and this DNA library, it is also termed as gene bank. An individual gene is preserved in bacterial colonies. Okay, that is the collection of bacterial colony, which is gene bank. In process of construction, the DNA is cut into small fragments with the help of restriction enzyme. See, restriction enzyme has very important function. In previous session also I have told you the importance of a restriction enzyme. It cuts the DNA at a particular site, and for a particular DNA, particular type of restriction enzyme is used. It may be endonuclease or exonuclease. Now after that, they are jointed and transplanted into a suitable cloning vector with the help of DNA ligase enzyme. Okay, so the presence of target DNA in clone is there, which is after that cultured. So first step of constructing genomic library is isolation of DNA fragments to be cloned. Isolation means the DNA fragment we want to clone should be separated. Okay, and after that DNA fragment is joined. So second step is joining of DNA fragments. Then introduction of recombinant DNA is done. That is, fragment of DNA are cloned using appropriate vector in any organisms like bacteria, yeast or virus, and the bacteria containing recombinant DNA are cultured to give rise to individual colonies. These colonies are small in size, so more colonies are needed and it is grown. For that, selection of desired clones are done and use of clones for construction of gene bank is done. Now, for screening, identification of for methods for identification, or we can say screening, DNA fragments are hybridized with radioactive probe. Clear? And colonies is taken out from the mass culture and then direct phenotypic selection is done and colony hybridization methods is also used for that. With the help of this diagram, you can understand the steps easily. First, isolation of DNA is done from pancreatic cell and that DNA is with the help of restriction enzyme is fragmented and the vector cell, we have taken E. coli cell from isolated plasmid. Again, that plasmid with the same restriction enzyme, it is fragmented and both the desired DNA and the vector, they are combined and the plasmid is recombinant and plasmid free E. coli, both are then combined together, jointed together, and transformation of E. coli we can see. See, the colonies of E. coli is developed, recombinant plasmid with desired genes is there, and clones of E. coli has been developed, formed, and the required protein from genes can be obtained. Complementary DNA library, I have told you in that only extron DNA is there. It can be constructed only for eukaryotic DNA. And all fragments of complementary DNA is not active at a time. Okay, it is only done for eukaryotic and all fragments are not active at a particular time. And inactive genes are known as silent genes. So, which are not active, they are termed as silent genes, and active genes synthesize messenger RNA. Now, you can easily compare complementary DNA library and genomic library. See, genomic library. In genomic library, both exon and intron DNA is there, while this is the advantage of complementary DNA library, that only exon is there. Now, in genomic library, prokaryotic cells is also preferred. So, it is most preferable, but for complementary DNA library, only it can be done for eukaryotic DNA. Clear? So, both DNA, complementary DNA library and genomic library, they both have their importance. Especially, they indicate the number of genes. Second, they indicate the kinds of genes, and it is the ideal method for preserving genes in bacterial cells. They provide new process organism for manufacturing industries. Both these libraries can be mass cultured for desired product, and the construction of gene map of chromosome can be done with the help of gene library. Gene library is also used to study the genes of an organism. So, whether it is genomic library or complementary DNA library, both have its importance. Despite of some differences, both have its importance. So go through the video properly and note down the points. Thank you. Have a nice day.